Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today this video is going to be a little different from the usual one, as I'm not going to talk super directly about anime in and of itself, though I will be using anime as a main example piece. I'm going to talk about more film writing and just general writing concept. And as the title says, I will be talking particularly about the phrase that you've probably all heard, show, not tell. Now, I feel there's a big misunderstanding when it comes to this particular term, and in this case I'm going to talk particularly about film. For film, it's very clear. Telling would come from generally our dialogue and, its general expression, while showing would come from the visual element of the medium, the video. Now, you'll hear people pretty much say, show, not tell. That's it. Blanket statement right there. That's all you get. Just pretty much never go and tell anybody anything. Just show people things. Which I think is where the main misconception comes from. You can't successfully just show everything. Why does such a concept exist? Well, it comes to the overall depth and quality and how more stimulating it is to the mind to comprehend things over having it more blatantly given to you. Instead of telling a person, I am sad, you would then just instead show it by having the character, the actor, do a sad face, like, I'm not a great actor, don't put me in front of a camera besides for this context where I'm just spitting bullshit at you. But that is the general concept. There's a lot more nuance that comes with showing in that case. You are asking questions on why I'm sad. Why is he gloomy? Did his wife divorce him? There's so many questions that can come about from the expression compared to just saying it. I could then say, I am sad, my wife has divorced me. And then you get all the context and like that's it, and there really isn't anything to it. But with a sad face, you can be asking questions, be having your mind more stimulated. So this is why people are just like, show, not tell, just do that. Never tell, just show, just show. What I gave an example with the emotions, that is a universal symbol. It is a symbol that we are able to take. It is a visual element that we are able to understand the meaning of, and it's universal because depending on where you are, you should have a general grasp of what it means. Sadness, all types of emotions are understood universally. Literally, nobody besides probably sociopaths would pretty much understand what a sad, a happy, amused, they understand expressions. This is universal no matter where you're from. But not everything is a universal symbol, so you can't simply tell everything through it. Now, there are examples of media that has no dialogue, no explaining, no narrative exposition. And that generally relies on a basis of universal symbols, or symbols that might not be fully universal, but at least within the context of where it's being shown, you're able to ascertain certain details of it. But not everything is a universal or semi-universal symbol, and some symbols are strictly symbols that take their meaning from established context. That is what I would call a crafted symbol, because you, as the writer, as the director, are making a symbol out of something that didn't initially have that meaning before. And if you really want to go to some very in-depth and more nuanced storytelling, you are going to have to utilize crafted symbols to be able to get that across. And now that's where I'm going to get to my particular example that I have of an anime film that I think is absolutely excellent at this concept of showing and not telling. Its climax is a complete scene, about 4.5 minutes, where 4 minutes of it, there is not a single bit of dialogue. And through it, you are able to understand what the main characters have shifted in their meanings, what their roads are going to be down in life. And while there is a little bit of more exposition, more linear talking dialogue that explains some more from this climax, you're able to ascertain pretty much everything from this scene alone. But this isn't made of just universal symbols, and it isn't just immediately apparent unless you've watched everything before and have gathered the context from it. For example, I'm going to show you a little clip, however much I can get away with on YouTube, and we'll see what that means to you. Now that you watched it, what do you think? Greatest scene ever? Some of the best storytelling ever put to fucking paper? You probably like, yeah, that song's pretty good. Kinda going hard on the music, but what else is there to it? For you, you don't understand any of it, because it's all created from crafted symbols. Yet the scene, when you go through and watch the entire movie and understand the context, it is 4 minutes of this just absolutely silent but powerful scene. Now, to give some context to this, they've been with each other through like middle school, they're now seniors in high school, and they're deciding on what paths they're going to go when they leave their high school. So they are pretty much attached at the hip, at least by the opinion of Misure. She is very attached to the hip to Nozomi, but it is not a particularly mutual feeling. But Nozomi completely understands this aspect. You get a little bit of backstory that does explain all this. It's quite short and quite simple. They make it nice and quick, nice and easy. And a lot of the storytelling comes through explaining the meaning of the song. The song is Liz and the Bluebird, what the show is named. So, what the book is about Liz and a bluebird. No shit. But the bluebird kind of comes along, she enters their lives, Liz is like taking care of it, they have a good relationship, it seems nice, warm, and great, but at some point, bluebird ends up flying away and kind of leaves after kind of being pushed by Liz to do so. Liz, even though kind of loving this relationship, understands that she is entrapping the bluebird, and the bluebird should live more freely, be able to fly, as that's something, they have. It's a childlike fairy tale, so overall it's supposed to give this somewhat relatable theme like any other fairy tale would, but the big importance of it is the song that they are playing within the scene, and the story through the song is tried to portraying the meaning of what the fairy tale is doing. As well, the song is portraying what these two characters are playing in the piece. It is something that is explained by the professor's meaning of what the song relates to the book, and the particular choice of the characters and what they play and the meaning within the song is dictating their relationship to the book. It's kind of a role reversal of what you expect, where it's Nozomi who, even though she's shy and quiet, holds a lot of the potential and the ability to fly, and by flying, it is her particular skill within music. While the professors tries to insist that music school would actually be a pretty good option for her, and helps in trying to put her on a path where she'd be able to do it if she was interested to. And you would see with Nozomi, when she asks about it, there isn't that much interest, and it's shown that Nozomi doesn't have the same similar skill in music that Misure has. So that is a lot of what is built up about it. A lot of what happens from all the parts in the film is understanding their particular character dynamic, how the professors are choosing the song, how it's playing, and what their skills and meanings are. Again, my explanation is a little bit poor. I'm trying to summarize about 120 something minutes of a movie down into just a minute or two explanation. But that is the context for the scene. So when the scene actually plays out, you're able to understand all that meaning, and you can understand just through the playing alone. Honestly, you could even close your eyes and understand what's happening in this scene just by how it's playing. There's so much great sound design as well that I can compliment. You can definitely hear more airy breaths when it comes to Noseby's playing. That makes it feel a little bit more soft, a little bit more weak. That's very good at expressing her character, kind of losing that grasp, realizing that she's definitely not on the same level that Misere has. While Misere is playing very cleanly, you're not hearing the breaths, you're getting that nice bit of distance from the thing while still having a rich sound. Sound design is amazing, and you can tell from the expressions of the characters what's exactly happening. And I really like that you can kind of hear it in the song a lot more quickly than what the visuals end up showing to us. Again, it's 4 minutes of complete, utter, like, no dialogue at all. Not a single expositionary piece when it comes to any dialogue writing. So it is completely showing, and I guess letting us hear what's actually happening through the entire climax of the story. And it's just so powerful for doing that. So if you ever wanted a very good example of what show not tell should be done like, I would say this film is amazing for it. That scene is the example of just how to do it right. And I think a lot of it comes through an understanding of the crafted meaning. Because while this is a nice, slower, generally chill piece that isn't going to just give a bunch of exposition, you get small little bits where it's literally explaining what the teacher says, what the meaning of the book is a very literal telling of the meaning. And then what it's telling is giving us a symbol as to what this other thing means, a crafted symbol that once we get to it, we see these symbols and can understand what it's trying to tell us. That is how you do show not tell. Anyone who says that you must strictly show everything has a weak grasp of the actual concept of it. You need to tell us things so we understand what it will symbolically mean for us. So that's a little bit of me nerding out about film stuff and film writing. If you're interested in some more of that, I can definitely do more videos a bit like this. I have a series idea, so if this was something that you were interested in, please tell me. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you liked and enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.